Hello, Puneeth Rajkumar. Welcome to Film Companion South. Now, your first film, Appu, as a lead role, it happened in 2002. So next year it's going to be 20 years. How has Puneeth Rajkumar changed? Of course, as a star, you've become bigger and bigger and bigger. But as a person, what has been the change in Puneeth Rajkumar? Don't say nothing. We need to know something that changed.
No, actually speaking, yeah, there has been a lot of changes in terms of my age. I've become 20 years more older, and along with that, there has been a journey of more than 30 films for the 20 year span with different technicians from all ages, and I really don't know about the growth of my fame or in terms of the value of what the product goes on to, but which I'm really not concerned much about it, because I've always loved the job what I'm doing. And,
Right.
I could say, yeah, there has been a lot of changes in terms of the way I look, and I wouldn't have changed physically much, because I've tried my level best to maintain and keep up.
Right.
Yeah.
But has there been any change in, let's say, the way you handle fame, or the way you like are you more reserved now? Are you saying, I've spent too much time outside, I need to spend more time with my family, with inside now, like, has anything changed? Because when you're first a star, you love the attention and everyone's around you, and that becomes a big thing. But then, has anything of that changed, in terms of how you handle with that?
Actually speaking, see, when it comes into the fame, when it comes into the thing of being around the people and seeing the kind of fanism, I think I've seen it since the time I have my memories growing as a childhood kid along with my dad.
Right.
So I've always been a part of a lot of events, shoots with my dad since the age of 5. So I've seen it since then. Even the time when I acted in my first film as a main lead, for me it was not the crowd or the people's attention, because which I've always had since my childhood. And
Right.
for that, I really thank the people of Karnataka for the kind of love and affection what they've always given on the family, which we rate them as the highest level by my dad calling them Abhimani Devarguru. That means the fans are my gods.
Right.
So what happens? I've always seen this. So initially, when I did my first film as a lead actor, for me it was more important to be accepted as a good actor or a person who could act in more movies and do good work. So that was more important rather than having the attention or things like that. So in a span of 20 years, I've just done 30 films. So I have actually spent a lot of time with my family, and I still do. I feel that is more important. So I've been the same person. I've really not changed much.
I asked around, and they, like a lot of people, and they all said Puneeth Rajkumar is probably one of the few stars who has no haters. That's like every other
That's
stars
really
have
so
fan
sweet.
wars and this and that, but like Puneeth Rajkumar is the one star who does not have any haters. So,
I really don't know, but yeah, of course. I mean, I've always had a cordial relationship with everybody, and of course, there would be a small time haters in terms of people commenting and things like that. But which is okay, which is again done keeping me in their mind, so it doesn't matter.
you just said you keep yourself fit, and you look pretty much the same. Now, your Yuvarathnaa has you going back to a college kind of atmosphere. What was the challenge in appearing? Because you just said I've aged 20 years, but now you're kind of going back 20 years in Yuvarathnaa. What is the biggest challenge about that part?
The biggest challenge I feel is the attitude towards the present youngsters, because you really don't know. Every time the things changes. In fact, the way we look into people or their mentality or the way they are now. So it's not that we are no more in an atmosphere where I could go and spend a couple of months in a college and be a student, no, which is not possible practically. Obviously, we are actors, so we need to act. Still, I thank my group of friends whom I have around the gym, and as well as my home around itself, because I have friends from the age group of 18 years to 60 years. So they always look forward to coming and spending time with me as friends. So in fact, I have a daughter who's going to be 18 now. So
So all that helped.
yeah, all that helps because I spend a lot of time with these kids, and of course these are the main challenges, of course, and the next part comes that where you need to lose weight and try to keep yourself fit, look nice, eat healthy so that your skin looks good or whatever, at least as much as possible. Yeah.
When you say lose weight, for just this film alone, Yuvarathnaa, did you have to did you follow a special diet? Did you have a special training regime? What was it that you did to
Actually speaking, I'm a huge foodie. I love food. So my challenge is every year to lose weight because I really eat a lot, and I enjoy myself along with that, try to maintain myself. Of course, I had to go through a certain amount of diets for a couple of months, and lockdown is something which spoiled us a lot, all of us, in fact. So I'm sure you would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of us were at home, eating the best of things what you like at home. So, so other than that, yes, I had to go through a couple of weeks of being on strict diet and say no to a lot of things which I love.
Now, Yuvarathnaa is being made as a bilingual in Telugu and in Kannada, and it's also being dubbed in other languages. What took you so long to begin to start exploring these other markets?
I really don't know because I've really not looked into acting in another language. I've always been passionate about acting with other directors though, but I really didn't want to come as a mainstream hero or anything. Could be in a language like Telugu, or it could be even in Malayalam or Tamil or Hindi or whatever. I always wanted to be a part of the film as a character because
Right.
I've admired a lot of directors in different languages and a lot of technicians, a lot of amazing actors. But when Yuvarathnaa happened, I don't know, actually about 10 years back, a film of mine called Jackie did release in Telugu dub, but after the film fairly did extremely well in Karnataka, and after a year or something, they tried dubbing and releasing the film. In fact, Mr. Allu Arjun and Nageshwar Rao Garu had come and launched the film in Andhra. But I feel that era was different, and it was after a year of the film which I had done in Karnataka. So about Yuvarathnaa, when it came, I think it all started with my producer, Mr. Vijay Kumar. When they watched the film, he and Santhosh together, they planned and they asked me. I said, yeah, why not? I mean, if you guys are on for it, why not? And if not, it's never been the thing that I'd never gone and thought of it by entering into languages or let's make a film in. Probably if there was a script which looked good in a couple of languages where I could carry it off, we would have planned it earlier. But it happened with Yuvarathnaa though.
Yeah, but this is also an effect of post Bahubali. A lot of films are trying to reach out to larger markets. KGF
Yes, Kannada.
is a big example in Kannada cinema.
Yes,
So
yes,
is that
yes.
also like an after effect of that why not try and get more markets?
Yeah, especially after a film like KGF, a lot of effort was made from films across South, I feel. In our language also, a couple of films, they did try releasing it in all the languages and some of them achieved it. So I feel probably it is one of the pushes which came
Right.
across the industry. And it's also nice in case if the market can grow bigger, so we could put in a lot more financial concern into the film, and as well as expand the kind of filmmaking, get into scripts which can, be seen across India. So
How difficult is it to emote in another language?
I haven't tried dubbing for the film, so I really don't know. But I'm sure I can take it on because being a Bangalorean, basically, we know a lot of languages. People here love watching other language cinemas too.
Yes.
So I'm quite familiar with Tamil. I'm quite familiar with Telugu too. I understand the language very well. It should not be a big problem for us to start talking a different
Okay.
language.
Okay.
Yeah.
I spoke to a lot of people, and one of the things that they all agreed on was the Puneeth Rajkumar that you see on screen is very different from the Puneeth Rajkumar in real life, because the real life guy, he likes a lot of cool Western music, and he watches all these cool foreign films and all that. Is that true, first of all?
Definitely, yes, yeah. I've grown up listening to the music of 80s, watched a lot of films, which I still do. I watch a lot of shows. I've been watching foreign films since the time when the so-called festival started in India. So it could be
Right.
probably from early 90s. Yeah.
So is that the sensibility that you're trying to do with PRK Productions with films like, let's say, Kavalodari and Maya Bazaar and all these films?
Yeah. So this is something which we started about 3 years back. As you spoke about the films Kavaludari and Maya Bazaar, did a film called French Biryani and
French biryani, yeah.
yeah, a movie called Law. And right now we've got another 2 films coming up called Family Pack and One Cut, Two Cut with Danish Set again. Yeah, that is one of the reasons where we want to try getting content which is very closer to the nativity and where that particular a kind of story what you try telling, it could reach a lot of audience across the globe. Because today, thanks to the media like internet or the OTT platform, basically, which can take your film to a larger extent. And I've always admired watching Malayalam films that way.
Right.
You know, a lot of films you could just sit through and just go through the subtitles and watch.
Right. So would you say that maybe now you can act in those films as well, because a lot of people would because see what happens is, typically when you ask a big mass star why they do the movies that they do, there is always a very strong financial business reason, because the market forces around you
True. True.
kind of force you into a little a kind of a thing. But do you think that because like of the reasons that you just said, now you have subtitles, you have all these other things, that a Puneeth Rajkumar can maybe extend the range of films that you try to do?
Yes, I'm looking forward for a couple of scripts in future which we are planning to start, and hopefully those films should be the answer for my heart and as well as the question you asked me. Yeah, I will be experimenting.
Okay. You tried breaking out even some years back with this movie called Prithvi, which was just still a kind of a mainstream movie, but there was a lot of realism. It was very grounded kind of movie.
Yes.
But then it didn't do very well, for whatever reasons. Now, do you think maybe it was a little ahead of its time when it came out, and maybe like today it would do a little better?
No, frankly speaking, when the film released, the kind of even commercial response what it had, I personally didn't expect. Actually, it did quite well. It wouldn't have done as good as the other films did commercially, but
Right.
I didn't expect that too. But after a couple of years when Prithvi released, I met so many officers and so many youngsters who have become officers today, who are into different services across India, and they say that they have been inspired by a film like Prithvi. So it gives me an immense happiness, and the kind of effort what was put on into that film that time, it is accepted by so many different kind of people. So
Right.
Probably it would be ahead for the times, because maybe it would have been now with a little different technical aspects with the current digital market. Probably it would have been much bigger.
Now, going back to the really big mass stars, right? One of the things that they have is the whole family audience, as opposed to, like, you can put out a Kavaludari and maybe like a youth audience will come for it, or you can put out something else. But whereas your films, you pretty much try and cater to the proverbial age 6 to 60 kind of audience. Is that another reason that it becomes a little difficult to stretch and say, I want to like really break out of this mold and do something else?
But that should not be a problem when you have a storyline or a content which can drive you across a good script. So I don't think at that point of time age should be a barrier for anybody to come and watch it. Probably I would be trying something like that. So
Yeah. How would you describe Yuvarathnaa?
Yuvarathnaa is something which is based on a youth's life, the present education system, with a little bit of commercial elements like good songs and good action or whatever. But still, you have an amazing point there where we speak about the education system, and as well as a youngster growing up in his age and fixing up his career and things like that. So it's a wonderful way of showing today's youth, and especially the college students. Yeah. So there are songs which is based out of students. There are lyrics which are written to encourage them, and there are lyrics which can give them a lot of hope, and that's how it says. And I'm thankful to Santhosh for giving us such amazing dialogues in the film and beautiful song lyrics.
Now, again, when I asked about you, one of the things that I got to know about you was that you look at acting as just a profession. Your main thing is that you want to enjoy life. You think like life is bigger than acting. Is that right?
100%, definitely yes. Yeah, acting is my profession because, by acting in films, of course, I've done quite well in my life. I'm happy, and there's one immense love and affection from the people when you go and meet them. And thanks to film which are being dubbed in Hindi too, so across India, wherever you go, you get recognized. And they're
Right.
extremely happy, and I feel nice that when I go, I really don't disappoint another person. You always get a smile on them, and what else you need?
Yeah.
It's the greatest profession you can get into, and especially in a state of Karnataka, the love and affection what they give us is more than it's too different. So they accept us one of the persons from their home. Definitely yes, life is more important. Acting is just your profession. That's how for me when I go, I really don't look at stardom. It's not that I need this great welcome as a superstar or nothing like that. I'm just a normal actor. I mean, I do it for my living.
Speaking of stardom and superstardom, I have to ask this question about your father. What is the one thing that he told you that has stayed with you, or the one thing that you've seen him do and have learned from him as a very valuable lesson? I'm sure there are many, but what is that one thing that you would like to, you say that that's been the most important?
The most simple thing what he's ever taught me is being yourself.
Okay.
Being yourself is being simple. Just take life as it comes and respect what you do. I mean, and I've always seen that since my childhood. And he was somebody that he was always with people. The kind of love, the kind of crowd I'd seen around. There would have been never an event that without saying Rajkumar ki jai, Rajkumar ki jai. And it's always been, I've minimum seen people like 5,000, 10,000, a lakh. This is the way, the entire childhood was spent with him. So I used to wonder sometimes, what is this? And even he would say, I don't know, it's just their love,
Right.
So
How did he manage to hold on to his, that simplicity? How did he manage that? Because, you're saying, lakhs of people around him all the time.
Yeah. The problem with this man, he was on the stage or at the shoot. He's the same man at home. So he's just been a simple man. So he's extremely a simple man.
Right.
His things towards life, like his livelihood or his daily activities, it's always been very simple, very calm, very normal. He would again think of his good meal, children, grandchildren, family.
So let's talk about your reality shows, right? Which is these on TV, which is Kannadada Kotyadipati and Family Power.
Right.
Now, Kamal Hassan, when Kamal Hassan did Big Boss, he said something very interesting. He said that the show took him closer to the Tamil people in a way that his films had never done. It was almost like it really made he made it interacting with them like almost like a direct thing. Did you have that kind of an experience with your shows, and what did they teach you?
Kannadada Kotyadipati taught me a lot of things. Initially, I was extremely scared because I agreed to do the show because it was Kaun Banega Crorepati. And my favorite star, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan sir, had done this, and it was been our favorite show too. But and also I've been a great fan of Mr. Siddharth Basu because we grew up watching his quiz shows.
Quiz show, yeah.
For me, it was a privilege meeting him, and it was the greatest thing you could do is getting trained by him. So for me, that was something which gave me the kick to accept the show and go ahead. But when I initially started the show, I was more concerned about how I go and take the show forward. How do I shoot? How does it go? Because I'm an actor. I go and act in films, and you have many retakes and things like that. And here you're looking at a question, you're throwing a question to them, and you wait for the answer, and you play a game. it did take me a couple of training sessions, but my only advantage I felt was I basically talk a lot. I get along with people really well, and I love spending time with people, finding out about them, their life, and how things goes by. And for me, that was an opportunity when I did my show like Kannadada Kotiyadipati. I got to interact with a lot of people, especially from rural towns across Karnataka, and the lives what they lead. And the kind of happiness what they have, and the kind of journey what they've gone through, that made me feel really amazing. And so the show went on well because I really liked talking to them, and it is also a fabulous show. It's a true show, and you come there, you sit with them, you talk to them through your knowledge. You see them win money and go, which makes me feel happy, because of course you're not giving the money though, but you're the presenter of the show. So it gives you a great immense of happiness. Yeah.
Right, and it allows you, like you said, to mix with people that you would not normally meet in your day-to-day life because of the nature of the job that you're in.
Yeah. And it's amazing the kind of stories what they have, the kind of life what they lead. In fact, I would say that I learned a lot. I learned a lot about life. I learned a lot about nature. I learned a lot about being good to people, being humble to people, and it's great to see them. We with so many activities around us and so many things around us, we still lack a lot of peace, and they have all that. And that's really something amazing. Yeah.
After this time that you've spent in cinema, in front of the camera, has it become easier or tougher in a way? I mean, that in the sense that, do you still plan your next movie the same way that you did earlier, in the sense of, do I like the story? Do I like the director? Do I like the setup? So I'm going in. Or is there some additional calculation that, this should become a bigger hit, that should, like Rajakumara was such a big hit, so, I have to try and kind of, do such calculations also play a part in how you choose films?
Calculations always happen in mind. We always need the best. We need every film to do well.
Right.
That's definitely there. But when it comes into the profession, for me till today, the first take I do with the camera, the time when the camera switches on and the director says an action, I still have butterflies in my stomach. I'm so scared. So I still try, and I'm still tensed, and every time the film starts, when the shoot goes on, probably the first 3-4 days you would still be tense because everything new and things like that. But slowly it starts becoming like a family. But of course, we have a lot of things like what happens next, who's going to be the next director. We do break our head and think about it. But once you do the film well, the calculations has to be put onto its plate, because you really don't know what happens.
Right.
But you have done your job, you have done your good work, and of course you've given it your best. I mean, I really don't break my head so much about what happens after the release, but your conscious level doesn't stop you there. You really want to go follow things on it, of course, yeah.
Without spoiling anything about Yuvarathnaa, can you tell us a scene that maybe you found a challenge to really execute? Because, after all these years, you're still like, wow, this was a really tough scene to do. Is there something that you can tell us about Yuvarathnaa?
No, actually speaking, all the scenes were so closer to my heart. I mean, as in, and it was so natural. Probably the director made it feel so comfortable. I didn't really have to struggle much and think, okay, how do I perform? How do I take it forward? And at the max, probably the lines would have been difficult. Probably we would want to go and rehearse a couple of more times, or asking for a change, can we go this way or that way or whatever. But other than that, no, because whatever I feel that suits me, whatever comes into my heart, and the guy who's visualizing it over there, if he's comfortable about it, I try and give it as much as possible. But nothing in turn was so difficult, in fact, no.
Your next project, is it something called James?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Can you tell us anything about it right now? It's
James is an action-based film. It's a fun film. So it's directed by Chetan.
Chetan.
Yeah, Chetan is directing the film, and we have Charan Raj, who is the music director of the film, and Priyanand plays my love interest in the film, and there is a huge amount of stackers. There's Mr. Shrikant sir, there are a lot more people in it, and it just started. We are about 45% through. It's produced by Kishore Pathikonda.
Yeah, Chetan says James is a fresh movie in the Kannada film industry. That's a statement that I got from the thing. So
Oh wow, really?
you seem surprised. This is-
Nice. Let's take that statement ahead and go ahead. Yeah, it's a fresh.
yeah, it's good. It sounds good, right? Yeah. You have been, right from the time that you've been observing your father as well, and even the time that you've been in front of the camera, you've been observing the Kannada film industry for a very long time. Now, the industry over the past few years has undergone a few changes. One is the emergence of this so-called independent kind of films, I mean, it started off with, I think, Lucia, when it traveled like in a big way,
Yes.
and then slowly we started getting these movies, and now you have these big movies like KGF that's happening. Now, do you think the industry itself is changing, or are these all just one-off ventures that occasionally come and go?
I wouldn't say it would come and go. Probably some of these ventures would stay, and people would still continue making a different kind of scripting levels when it comes to even a film like Lucia or U-Turn.
Right.
Or even it comes to films like what Rakshit also made or Rishabh Shetty also made, and
Right.
whatever we made, in fact, Kavaludari. So,
Yeah.
I think they're all here to stay because the industry is across India. It could be Kannada, Telugu, or Tamil, or whatever. We have always had our ups and downs with scripts, but
Right.
Of late in Kannada, I would say that there are a lot of them who are coming and trying out experimental scripts with different budgets, and thanks to the present equipments, where you really don't need a major budget to make a great film.
Definitely.
You could do it with a phone. In fact, you could do it with a mobile phone. So there are a lot of options for people to do it, and you have your so-called digital medium to shoot anything and put up.
Right.
So I'm sure the industry takes its changes according to the way the technology goes on. So
Right.
I'm sure these kind of films are here to stay for sure. And,
Right.
and thanks to another film, I mean, again, when it comes into a bigger scenario, films like KGF or whatever, you had an option that they could enter into different industries so that they could
Right.
spend more money, make bigger films.
You're right. You said that one thing is that technology has made it easier for these films to come up.
Yes.
But there's another factor, which is that these films need to be nurtured by the audiences also. They need to go to the theaters or whatever it is and see them. Do you see that happening a lot?
Yes, at this point of time, yes, it's happening quite a bit because again, as I told you, thanks to social media, so there is another
Right.
way of marketing your film. So at least for the films which are not widely reached, they could reach it through social media by saying that there is a new content, come and support,
Right.
and that's how I guess all these films also happen.
Yeah.
So definitely, yes.
What kind of dreams do you have for the Kannada film industry? What do you want to happen that you think has not yet happened, or you want it to happen soon?
I think we should get a great studio first in Karnataka, a bigger studio where we could have the other industries also come here and shoot, and we also shoot
Right.
our films and exchange a lot of different technologies together and make good films from India. And I hope it happens soon in Karnataka, and I'm sure it's going to happen soon. So I'm looking forward for it.
Right. And before I let you go, I need to do this, which is that you are one of the very rare stars that also sings. So I just you will have to leave us with a song, and
okay.
it can be anything. It can be your song. It can be something from your father's films, whatever. But we would like to hear you sing before we let you go.
Okay, I'll sing one of my dad's songs. It's one of my most favorite songs. With a small line, I mean, I wouldn't be completing the whole song. It's called, it's from a movie called Premada Kanike. ಬಾನಿಗೊಂದು ಎಲ್ಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನಿನ್ನಾಸೆ ಗೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊನೆಯಿದೆ ಏಕೆ ಕನಸು ಕಾಣುವೆ ನಿಧಾನಿಸು ನಿಧಾನಿಸು ಬಾನಿಗೊಂದು ಎಲ್ಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ನಿನ್ನಾಸೆ ಗೆಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊನೆಯಿದೆ ಏಕೆ ಕನಸು ಕಾಣುವೆ ನಿಧಾನಿಸು ನಿಧಾನಿಸು. Thank you.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And
Thank
all the
you.
very
Thank you
best
so
for
much. Yeah, thank you.
Yuvarathnaa.
Thank you so much. Wonderful talking to you. I'm looking forward to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Same here. Bye.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Take care.